Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. When last I left off, I did an ascension quest and I also finished up a couple other regular quests involving a few of the citizens of, well, the city itself. And now I think I'm probably gonna wander around Agnes Castle to try to gather some information and see what's up there, see if there's any additional quests or just things I can do there. And I think that's probably the only thing I have to do for today. I have no idea what else. I'm still trying to figure out how I should pace out some of these next couple episodes because I don't know if it feels like we're in the third act of the entire game in general. With that said, because it feels like the third act, I have no idea if moving forward with the story a little bit is going to cut me off from certain missions or certain side quests. I don't know how that works. So I'm just trying to get as many of the normal regular side quests and essential quest things done pretty much as soon as I won't say as soon as I possibly can, but more or less whenever they're made available and within reason. So I don't, spend pretty much the rest of the entire game only doing side quests and nothing else. I kind of want to split everything up the most equitable way possible. I don't know how else to explain that. But yeah. Now, with that said, if you like what you see, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell if you want to see more, and let's get into Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Okay. I'm sure there are things here for me to, I guess, talk to some people, maybe? I don't know. I actually don't remember. Or maybe I already picked some of those up. I think I probably already did, so I'll just look around for a little bit. Well, there's this. Oh, is that Gondor? Is she not part of our... Oh, yeah, I switched them out. Yeah, okay. Let's talk to this person. It looks like they have a quest. Oh, it's you lot. What are you up to, Gondor? Well, this chump here was just saying he wanted to pick my brains about something. Have you met Seeker yet? Okay, so what you got for me, Seeker? Gotta be something big if you're daring to bother me, huh? That's right. The thing is, people from the prison camp are getting ready to head back to the city right now. You're sending our guys back, huh? That's right. Yeah, I completely forgot that I switched out one of my party members to what's her face? Mio's friend. I can't remember her name, unfortunately. She's right there in the background, just that's something to be welcomed, surely. They're going home if they're going home to the city. I misread all that. Anyway, it is for sure, but here's the rub. There are so many of them, we can't get them back within Lebanon's transport. Oh, we can't get them back with the Lebanon's transports only. So we're going to use a boat to get them to the Fairview Cape. I gotcha. So you want me to set up a bring? Oh, so you want me to get set up to bring them in from there? Is that right? Yeah, right. I've sourced the boat from logistics already. I guess you got the gist of now. Oh, I guess you got the gist now, so I can leave the details with you. Darnie from the supply team's usually right on top of things. I'm sure she can fill you in when it comes to the finer points. Yeah, I'm good with all that, mate. But if anyone tries to mess with me, I reserve the right to mess them up, deal? Gondor? I don't fully trust this lot. Not yet. You understand, don't you, dog? Don't you dig? Ouch. Foot itches. Yeah, painfully aware. Cheers. Even so, if you think of the pros and cons, I'm sure you'll agree it's a good deal for you too. You guys mind headed out there for me? Huh. She's a bit angry about all this. Actually, I don't want to say angry, more just overly cautious. Because she just doesn't... Well, not even that, she just doesn't trust anybody. Looks like we got railroaded into that. Well, whatever. It should be easy enough. I'm sure that with so many capable hands on task, the job will get done. in no time at all. Right. Leaving it with you then. Going home.
Good to add more names.
Mindless Depot.
I see some relations have changed.
I was gonna say, is that right here? No, it's not. Wow, where the hell is this? Oh, I guess that's not that far. Oh, I've never been here. I've never been down this way. What hell? I just I've only been over there. And that was just to gather material. Yeah, I've only been down that way to gather materials, but for whatever reason, just this never even occurred to me. I'm so dumb. Jeez, I'm so not observant at all. At least I thought I was. I guess not. In any case, that's not that big a deal. Oh, wow. Oh, you know what? Yeah, there's an elevator. I was like, how do I get down? There's an elevator here. Why do I have an elevator here when I have a service one right there?
Now, we wait.
Is that a service one? It looks like a service elevator. And this just looks like a regular elevator. Yeah, that looks like that would be for like larger objects. Like larger material and stuff like that. Why is it down there? It should be up there so I can get to it. Anyway. You know, I wish that they had like, as soon as you like discover all of the like as soon as you discover all of these little like these landmarks, like if you discover all the landmarks within an area, it automatically fills in all of the gaps, if that makes any sense. I kind of wish they would do something like that. Unfortunately, they don't. Oh, it should be up there. Oops. What up, Darny? We came here with some instructions from Seeker. Ah, this is about the boat, right? I'm going forward with preparations now. Oh my god, they're down there. Why are they down there? Is there anything we need to do to help? Actually, yes. Could you open the flip gate? We've got our hands full getting ready for the launch right now. If you find a panel for it in the control facility, the former prisoners are all waiting in the harbor. If that's all we need to do, we'll be done in no time at all. Yeah, see, all of this should be filled in. That would be so cool if they did that. At least then it would make finding all the landmarks a little bit more worth it, outside of just having a fast travel option available. Just give me something more than just that. Because having nothing on the map, ooh, that is tingling my OCD. Open Sesame. Nice. Okay, cool. Alrighty, cool. Now that I have everybody on this bridge instead of underneath it, it'll look a little less awkward. So the floodgate is open now. Thanks a million for that. It's a massive help. So is everything good now? Not quite. Technically, this would be for the lost numbers benefit, not ours, but... Oh yeah? Well, it's not something I asked for, I can tell you that. Condor, what you been up to? Why are you so angry? Jesus Christ. Ah, Aggie and Augie needed me for some junk. So who put this request from the lost numbers in? That would have been me, Gondor. You, Dana? Well, what's the story then? What do we gotta do now? Huh. Sorry, I'm just sort of gauging her reaction to things. I'd like you to clear out the monsters from Fairview Cape. Oh, okay, so monster hunting. That's not so bad. If we're bringing everyone back, it could get pretty hairy if there are monsters there. Of course, it's our pleasure. Or why don't you want to fight yourself? Trust me, I'll be hot on your trail with... Trust me, I'll be hot on your trail. There's a lot from the prison camp in tow. Understood. So I'll leave it up to you. Sure won't present a major problem for the likes of you. It is kind of strange that they would only have us here for that particular reason, but I mean, what else can you do? Yeah, Dana's a real smart cookie, alright. She takes care of her own job and nothing else. Well, if that's the situation, let's get out of here and handle those monsters. I mean, I still had to sail here no matter what, so warping was not an option, strangely enough. Actually, now that I think about it, that is kind of strange how this area doesn't have a warping option, like, at all. But whatever. I'm not gonna be too concerned with it. I'm just gonna have to clear this area out. It's gonna take a few minutes. But whatever.
We've been spotted.
Ah, okay, cool.
I'm the girl with the gall.
You know what? I think I'm gonna spare a lot of people the mundanity, the mundanity of having to watch me go through every single one of these fights. So I'll probably just end up cutting all of it out just for the sake of, you know, just for the sake of time. And plus I'm gonna end up having to cut half of the stuff out anyway, so. Alrighty.
Don't try to stop us.
Well, this won't be any trouble.
Yeah, don't try to stop me. Oh, I didn't even notice this was here.
These are worth a bit, right?
We should take good care of that.
I kind of wonder what they're for, though. I've been picking them up lately, and I just never really questioned why.
Oh, night has fallen.
Oh, now it's nighttime. Because I know what's his name wanted them, but
That's right.
I was never given an actual reason as to why he was going for them. I guess I don't think I was. Maybe I was.
Nothing a bit of teamwork couldn't handle.
Whatever happened to not being careless?
But yeah,
Don't try to stop us.
it shouldn't take long. Luckily, most of these enemies are pretty simple. But then again, I am almost 10 levels above them, so.
I couldn't keep them in check.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Come on.
My leader.
Butterfly blade.
Shockwave.
Dragon spark.
Shield wall.
We've got the Zenia. White cloud.
Pretty straightforward. Sweet.
Spectacular.
Ah, it's a pretty strange old feeling, ain't it? To think we'd be heading back to the city. That's all thanks to you guys. Actually, it wasn't us that took care of all the preparations. And we're about to have a really good long think about the future. Yeah, that's wise, I think. Aren't you gonna board the boat? I'm going to head back to Agnus Castle. I got a ton of stuff to handle since Anton's copped it. He was a really serious person, you know. I feel like I need to do as much as I can of what he left undone. I can understand that. Can you guys go with them? There's no telling what might pop up during transit. I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty safe. We got it. We'll take good care of them until we get them where they're going. Okay. They're in your hands now.
I see some relations have changed.
It is still odd this entire area just does not have a landmark. I'm about to set off. Are your preparations complete? Sure. Yeah, we're ready. I mean, we're gonna end up having to go back to the Ascension grounds anyway, because I think there's still stuff there. Nice. Yay, everyone's home. Back in the city at last. Yeah, here we are. Back in the big juicy broccoli after all this time. Thank you. We only made it back here because of you. It was because you hung in there too. We made it here because you didn't give up when it got tough. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, we'll be seeing you. Just look after Gondor and the rest for us, won't you? Yeah, we got you. Going home.
Looks like colony relations have changed.
Oh, wow. Looks like there's already stuff here for me to pick up. Cool. Agnans are being untrustworthy as usual. I haven't got a clue what's going on inside their heads. Shh. Hush. You really think that's wise to be speaking like that in their territory? Seeker's rumors. Okay. Have you heard about those crazy strong guys? The ones that were locked up in prison for yonks? Yeah, I did. The guys over at Internal Security will be run ragged if they ever manage to get out. Castle prisoners?
Huh.
What's this? This is just the kind of time I'd like those guys to be here, but alas. Toma, Zura, and Jodor are locked up deep inside the prison after all. Won't be seeing the light of day anytime soon.
Can't
Interesting.
underestimate a bit of good intel.
What about this guy? Hey, did you hear? Anagni arranged us a boat to the city. I heard some guy called Seeker, right? Why did he go and do something for us that wouldn't benefit him in any way? Huh.
And now we know things.
I think I'm gonna check that one out first. That seems interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of
Better make sure we're well rested.
curious about that myself.
I think we need to discuss this.
That rumor we heard about Seeker, the guy who spoke to Gondor? Yes, it seems the people of the city don't trust him. They don't understand his motives. Well, I don't understand his motives anyway. But that's kind of the reason why I'm curious about it. In a way, it's understandable. The situation is what it is, and there's no easy fix for it. When we talked to him, he struck me as, like, industrious? Excuse me. I guess? Diligent in it? He did a fair bit of help when they were sending lost numbers back to the city and all that. Well, whichever way he was or seemed, if he got a bone to pick with the city, we gotta nip that in the bud. Fair point. How about we make some inquiries into Seeker then? If we ask around with the Agnians, we're bound to learn something. Alright, sorted. Let's do it then. Seeker's true intent. Maybe he's just like a, well, you know what, maybe he's like a redcoat.
Alright,
He
let's
just
get going.
wants to
Time's
switch
wasted.
sides. I don't know. Or make amends, really. That's another thing. But there are a lot of people here who are just, they are Agni they're willing to help with everyone anyway, so why is he so, why are they specifically targeting him as being like, this is someone that we need to keep an eye on? I don't know. You want to know about Seeker? Sure, I don't mind. Only there's nothing really to tell. I guess he's serious about his work. There's that, I suppose. It always seemed like the higher-ups liked him well enough too. He got a load of rewards, and if I'm remembering right.
Good to add more names.
Huh. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, this entire area is gonna be like filled with. I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of traveling on foot, or at least warping. Darny. Huh? Asking about Seeker, yeah. I know him well. We were on the same team. For the longest time, he was a real straight shooter. Total over serious nerd. Nothing like he is now. Since the clock got smashed, he's a lot more proactive and full on. Personally, I like him the way I'm like way better now.
I see some relations have changed.
Seems to be turning over a new leaf then. Maybe that's what it is. Alrighty, let's just take care of this. Let's see who the hell this is, because I don't... Grover, okay. Seeker? I hear he's friends with... Oh, I hear he's been friends with the commander over at Lambda for a long time now, too. He's friends with the commander at Lambda? Huh. Although, to be fair, he did used to be internal affairs, so I guess it's no wonder he's got friends in high places.
Good to add more names.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think this is just him trying to make amends. Okay, that was a long walk. I couldn't even warp this time around because it really wasn't that far. Okay. I remember Seeker saying he wanted to do something about the lost numbers. The lost numbers' ill feelings towards us. He was like, I don't know if how it'll go, but we gotta find a way to work together and move past it. Okay, yeah, so he is pretty much a straight shooter.
Better make sure we're well rested. Could you walk
Okay.
around for a second?
Okay, let's just stop this. From what we've been hearing, it seems he understands the problems affecting Agnus Castle as a whole. He's also said to be a diligent worker, and nobody seemed to wish him ill. Alright, sure, but he was in a prison camp for a reason, right? Things can't be that simple. I did initially suspect that there might have been some hidden motive behind Seeker's actions, but it no longer seems likely. Right. I think it's beyond doubt that he's thinking about moving things in a more positive direction. And also, since he's working hard to reform this place, don't you think we would stand to lend him a hand? Well, seems he'd be worth having a chat with, at least. If nothing comes of it. Yeah, if he's trying to make amends to the lost numbers, then it's definitely worth a try. Let's all go and talk to Seeker then. Yeah, no more gathering around the campfire to gossip. Yeah, whatever it is, he's just trying to make amends, basically. Hello, Augie. Hello, Seeker. Huh. What are you lot up to? We wanted to talk to Seeker? Ah, perfect timing then. Oi, Seeker. Get these dags and Augie to help you, which... Huh? What's this about now? Well, I've been thinking. I'd like to transport some of the provisions from Agnes Castle over to the city. Provisions? Now there's a golden idea. Okay, but why? What's in it for Agnes? I'm not sure it'd be a really clear payoff for us, however. But here's the thing. When the fake queen was revealed, I saw consoles from Keves standing there, and it made me sick. All the things I thought were right in that moment, that instant, I saw just how mistaken I'd been. The mistakes need to be corrected. If it takes my entire remaining life, or even if it takes my anyway, that's why I want to give to the city its due. I want to give the city its due. I don't know why I'm rewriting this in my head as I'm reading it. I hope it'll make you stronger, and I hope I can spend my strength repaying you. Oh, dude, you're gonna make me fall. Hey, Augie. Yes, this is most gracious. First, we repatriated everyone who'd go. Yeah, we repatriated everyone who'd go back to the city. So then I figured, why not send some provisions next? I mean, there's less people here, so what would they need the extra provisions for anyway? They have a lot less people now. Are we really that strapped for grub though? My lady, what are you saying? We always need great quantities of food to get by. And whose fault is that? You reckon, you bottomless pit of a man? In any case, you could stand to have a bit more food, surely. As luck would have it, we have plenty here. If we could get them processed to be more shelf stable, they'd make for good portable meals too. Sounds like it'd be quick going if we pitched in as well. Yes, if you could, we'd also appreciate you. We'd also appreciate if you could collect whatever's missing and leave it with Darnie. This is another gathering quest, isn't it? And then we city people can take it from here. Yes, that would be fantastic. Thanks. That is the long and short of it. We'd be thankful for your assistance. I'm hoping I at least got a good chunk of this stuff. I won't have to worry too much about it. I'm hoping that's the case, because that's been the case so far for a good while now. So I'm hoping that's the case. You will have it at it. Yeah, rest easy. Oh man, okay. Okay. A lot of moving back and forth today. Not so bad though. Let's see what kind of stuff I gotta get. I highly doubt it's gonna be that much though. Maybe it will. Maybe it will be a lot. Seeker's gotten in touch. You hear about the provisions? We don't have quite enough for the transport to the city, so we need a bit of help getting them together.
Now, what was it we needed?
Oh, I'm missing a lot. Oh yeah, I'm missing a whole lot. Damn. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to. Oh man. Okay. Well, I'll be right back then. Okay. Takes about. See, I was hunting around, farming around, like maybe a couple enemies for about 10-15 minutes, 20 maybe. I'm gonna see how much more I need to do, so I don't know if I've got enough or not. We'll see.
Okay, so we're handing over.
Okay. Oh, just barely. Got it. Yeah, certain enemies, like I think there's like 2 or 3 different enemies. Those little giraffes, and then these weird. I don't remember what they are. They look like seals, like giant sea lions. Yeah, those are like the best place to go to in order to grind for this part. Didn't take that long. Again, took me about 15-20 minutes. Oh, we've got all the provisions we requested. Thanks bunches. Would you be so kind to give Seeker the good news? Okay. Awesome. Cool. What up, Seeker? We finished collecting the food and handed it all over. Thanks so much. I'm glad I turned to you for help. Well done, Noah and friends. Always so quick to aid, and it's marvelous. Even in a difficult situation like this one, we can only try to move forward. And I believe that when we work together, we can achieve almost anything. I think so too. We're always ready to do our part. Wow, Seeker sounds like something a real leader would say, innit? You want to look elsewhere next time you say something pointed like that? But yeah, that was a good line. I'll even go out on a limb and believe it. That's interesting. Thank you. I'll do all I can to live up to the trust you've placed in me.
I see some relations have changed.
Awesome. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna check some of my stuff. Okay, I should be okay. Honestly, I didn't really change much. I think I made... Yeah, what did I do? Anyway, I didn't change much. I just adjusted a few classes. That's
We
it.
could do with some food.
Yeah, let's try this one.
Let's lay out the facts.
So, we've heard there's some people locked up, and nothing about the whys or hows. Being put into prison for violations of military discipline is not unheard of, I suppose. People were saying they're pretty tough as well. Supposedly, it's all under security's purview, but I don't know much more. Is there any point in locking them up under the current circumstances? I won't know unless we ask security. It would be nice to get some extra hands to help around the castle and city. Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna help. I mean, they are put in prison for a reason, so I don't know. Maybe they will help.
Okay, time to go, guys.
Suna would know. Yes, Suna would know. Hey, can we talk to you for a minute? Sure thing. What's up? We've heard you've got Agnia soldiers locked up here, so... Oh, Sparks, really? Oh, really? Even you've heard? Gah, give me a break. Wow, sounds like they struck a nerve. Oh, you're joking now. But just wait till you hear the story. I'm at the end of my tether, I tell you. I mean, look. I agree with Seeker's thinking, and I want to work together with the city. I really do. But the people they locked up for violating regulations have done some pretty heinous stuff in the past. Take this Toma guy, old pals with this chick called Zara, and then add in this hothead Jor in the mix. Now, the three of them have some kind of understanding. Cahoots o'clock. I'm telling you, thick as thieves. What are you suggesting? You think when they're let out they'll get up to some hijinks? Hijinks? Huh. If it was just hijinks, I think we would consider ourselves lucky. To be honest with you, I'm kind of shocked I haven't been sent for the chop already. If we don't ever let them out, then maybe it'd have been better to just do that and be done with it. Getting the chop? You mean execution? What you're saying is you think what they did is enough to deserve that? And what does Sneakers have to say? I'm leaving their treatment to your decision. Wait, what? So he just... Okay. Discretion, my arse. Like, tell me what to do, you utter shitbird. Phew, sorry, I had to get it off my chest. Anyway. So anyway, you want to see them? If they're really so irredeemable, aren't they gonna take a pop at us? I mean, they're still in a cell, right? Not exactly made of sticks. Okay, come along, I'll introduce you. Okay. Huh? What's this? Tea tie toe tighter. I smell the blood of a strong fighter. What? So that's the big baddie you were talking about. That's right. He's the main He's the main offender. You couldn't break us out or cut our throats. Tell you though, it pays to be on our good side. I'm still making my mind up. Actually, don't go forcing my hand. All right. And you're the lot that liberated the castle, aren't you? Come on, let's have a square. Let's have a go, you and us. I beg your pardon? If we win, you cut us loose. And before you go misinterpreting that, I don't mean you go on a killing spree. Zura's my best and oldest friend, you see. And Jorah, well, I met him here, on the inside. But I like the cut of his jib. So I think we'd like to taste the air outside one day again, all three of us together. Well, if we win, that is. And what if we win? Your choice, I suppose. Keep us jailed till we die. Make us follow you around. Whatever you decide, we'll go along with it. That doesn't sound too promising. That doesn't make it any easier. Wait. Aren't they hardened criminals? I don't feel qualified to pass judgment on them just like that. It's fine. You're more qualified than me. That's for spark concern. There we go. Sounds like a deal to me. Come on. Let's get to the fisticuffs already. What should we do? Alright there, Ferris. You pipe down and play nice until these good people figure out what to do. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Just don't keep me waiting too long.
Good to add more names.
Huh. Well, maybe I should talk to the other guys then.
Changed.
Yeah, let me talk to these guys. What did you do to get yourself in here? Well, a whole bunch of things, I'd say. I used to work in an inspection branch. One day, I erased a certain piece of intel. I don't think I did anything wrong. Now, I haven't had a bad time here thanks to Toma and Zura. But you know what? I now feel like battering you a lot and moseying on out of here if you'd be so inclined.
Good to add more names.
Oh, interesting. Zura. I heard Toma talking earlier. I assume it was with you guys, right? Yeah, but staying on topic. What got you branded as a fiend and locked up in here? Well, my great crime was blowing up a container salvage corpse was going to salvage. Horrible thing to do, right? Wasting away supplies they worked so hard to get. That's a new one on me. I'm going below value supplies. I mean, who cares about that, really? You guys have come here to fight us Three Fiends, right? I'm ready to fight whenever you are, but don't keep me waiting too long. Oh, interesting. So this is an entirely different
Good
quest.
to add more names.
So what kind of crime did you commit to be locked up here exactly? What's it to you? Will I get to fight you will I get to fight you a lot if I talk? That all depends on what you tell us. Huh, well, I guess it's worth the hunt. I got locked up for crimes of mass murder. A clear violation of military discipline, simple enough reason, right? Thinking back on it now, I guess I just wasn't a soldier to the console. Wasn't a soldier to console control. That's besides the point. You gonna find me or not? Out with it. Huh. Hmm. Is this actually tied to any of these? I wonder. Despite the castle's liberations, there are still some people left. Okay. I kind of wanted to do these first if we're ever considering this. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I should do these. I should probably do these. Gather enough Toma situation info fragments. Yeah, okay, cool. Internal Affairs Officer. Is this part of his thing? So I heard Jor might be getting out soon. Oh no, I think this is tied to Jor. Okay, I didn't have to talk to this guy, but it's part of the thing, so I'll go ahead and do it anyway. They were a man who brought disorder to this colony by destroying enemy intel. I know I wouldn't be letting him out anytime soon. Yeah, I'll just worry about. I'll worry specifically about Tomas for now, because if I do them like completely randomly, like just out of sequence, I'll completely forget. I'll just completely forget what's going on. But this was tied to Toma. Toma was jailed for violating military discipline during the Battle of Keves. Everything I've ever heard about him suggests he was a superb Levnis pilot, albeit one who had a bit of an issue following orders. Suna's worrying about whether she should free the guy or not, but personally, I'm against it. Yeah, his seems like the most worrying aspect. Okay, yeah. Alrighty. Inspection Analyst. Toma is a man who cared deeply for his allies. In that battle with Kevis, his squad was on the verge of being completely massacred. But the Nutty Mutter broke position to take rear guard and charge right at them, letting his squad retreat in the process. Wait, so he didn't actually, like, commit mass murder?
Just about break, guys.
Yeah, let's talk about this, because I think I might have to let him go.
Could you all come round for a second?
If we're to believe that what Toma has told us, then it would seem he got locked up for a crime of mass murder. But we also heard that he took rear guard in order to let his comrades retreat. While he was fighting to save his comrades, he killed a large number of Kavesi soldiers. It's not like he did his case any favors, but he was just fighting his enemy, right? That's what we're all taught to do. Certainly. That would just be the normal thing to do when you're in the flame clock's clutches. Excuse my speculation, but he didn't extract the flame from the enemies he defeated, did he? If he was blinded by rage, like he said, then I think he was more preoccupied with crushing those Kvesis than anything else. You do raise a good point. You can't exactly extract someone's flame while in Levnis. Looking at it from the console's point of view, that was wasting a good flame. That wasting of good flame would have caused enough to lock him up. Would have been cause enough. Anyway, this will sound grim, but hear me out. I think the console could have solved this more easily if he just stuffed him on the spot. Good point. You have to consider that Toma's deeds would have won him favor with the troops, despite irking the console. Executing him for valiantly saving the lives of his fellow soldiers would have backfired massively. He was a right pain in the console's arse, that's for sure. It would go some way to explaining why it would have been far easier for the console to lock him up under false pretenses. So then perhaps it'll be possible to not only convince him not to fight us, but also to free him from prison. I don't mind fighting him either way, but we'd be saved a whole lot of fuss if you could talk him out of it somehow. There's only one way to find out. Let's head to Toma's cell and see what we can do. Huh.
Let's bounce.
So yeah, I guess in the eyes of the console, yeah, that would be like, oh, you committed mass murder. But that's not what happened. So you're feeling up for a fight, are you? Before that, there's something we want to make sure of. Is it true that you murdered multiple Kevesi soldiers? Did you miss it the first time around? Because I did. You used the leftist during the incident, didn't you? Have to get to a better position because that's a... Okay, well now someone's done their research, but yeah, I killed a stuffed ton of enemy in a leftness. And you stayed behind. God, I can't see anything. You stayed behind. And you stayed behind last to fight them off so you could save your fleeing comrades, am I not mistaken? Where the spark did you... Anyway, yeah, that's also right. Now about the enemy, I don't know what colony they came from, but they sure didn't know stuff about fighting honorably. Seeing those dishonorable mutters slaughtering my friends made me go right off the deep end. I had to get any of my guys still breathing out of there, but I couldn't just let them get away with it. I was too trained to wield my blade, so I got into a leftness. It made them regret even being alive. That's all there is to it. Right, so now we understand what happened. Not like me telling you all this is gonna make a lick of difference though, is it? Tell Suna about Toma. Yeah. We're heading off to tell Suna from internal security about your story. We won't be long. And there you are. Where have you guys been? Finally decided to do a battle with those wretches? Before it gets to that, we'd like to find out if you know anything more about what Toma did. You mean a mass murderer? Well, as far as I remember, he indiscriminately killed a load of Kevesi without extracting their life. That led the consul at the time to arrest him and lock him up here. I'm afraid to tell you that your crafty consul bent the truth about what really happened. Huh? What do you mean? Let us explain. What the? So he was fighting to save his comrades? That wasn't in the report. It's like we said, the consul bent the truth so it make it seem like he was fighting for fighting's sake, not for his comrades' lives. And now that I think about it, there were some guys on my team who managed to survive that battle. Although Toma could have definitely tried to extract some of the flame from the enemy, it's not a stretch to say that he had his reasons to do what he did. That settles it then. We've got no reason to doubt you guys. You're the ones who freed us from the clock, after all. My throat's a little dry. Also got no reason to doubt that the Toma I knew would have done everything for his comrades and for Agnus. Oh, well, thank you. Yay, they got something free. Yeah, this guy was... it's been a while since I've had a proper fresh air. Tastes better than I remember. I can bet. You should be thankful to Noah and the others for that. You bet I'm thankful to them. Not to mention you too, of course. Just don't get yourself into any more trouble, okay? I'm busy enough as it is. I wouldn't do that when it's a nice day, when it's nice outside. When it's this nice outside. Don't you worry yourself one bit. I'm still one capable soldier, believe me. Doesn't sound like you earned anything to me. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up
I see some relations have changed.
saving some of these people, so oh wait, where was it again? Wait, which one is it? There's like 4. This might be it though. Oh no, it was this one. That's right. It was this one. I don't know why I was thinking. I think it's because it just shows up on the map. It shows up like, and it shows up whether or not you have it tracking or whether you're tracking it or not. So, logistics guy. I heard the girl that blew up that supply container might be getting released from prison. I'm hesitant, to be honest. I know it's said she had Agnes' best interest of mind when she did it, but I find that hard to believe. She has a lot. Actually, yeah, she has a lot. Oh, we talked to this person before, okay? We'd like to ask you about Zero's story. Sure. I mean, Zero's already locked up now, so not sure what difference it'll make. But why not, I guess. You guys must have your reasons for asking, I suppose. Zero used to be part of the salvage corps. She achieved much as a soldier and was well regarded for her nose in battle. But one day, there was an incident on a mission to procure an airdrop supply container. I'm sure you probably already know, but for some reason she decided to blow up that container. Everyone was furious about the waste of supplies. It wasn't even like there was Kevesi trying to steal them or anything. Council at the time therefore claimed she was plotting an insurrection and imprisoned her.
I see some relations have changed.
Huh. I have a feeling that Console was seeing how good these people are and was just sort of vetting them out of the situation. Like, these guys are getting too good, so let me get rid of them. So then this particular army isn't. So in case there's ever like an uprising or anything like that, they don't have strong fighters on their side, basically. Like, their strongest fighters have been taken out already. I think that's probably what was going on. And that's why, for some reason, the Console needed to get rid of these people. Like, he's just misrepresenting their entire case, everything that they've been doing. You know, that's just how I'm seeing it. What up, Dana? Zara? Yeah, I know her. She was hot topic for a little while here. She was on a squad that mainly salvages supplies and was snuff and capable soldier herself. And when supply containers are being targeted by enemy scavenging teams, soldiers like her are invaluable. Salvage corps and supply team may be known as logistical teams, but that doesn't mean they lack capable fighters. They're the ones who take the necessary decisive actions, such as blowing up a container if the enemy's about to steal it. Even I always have to stay on my toes. You never know when something might happen. So maybe there was another team there, and she literally blew it up specifically because it was to protect the container. But that was left out of the report. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. That way I don't have to run back and forth again. I heard that Jors was the reason we lost the chance to take out the base in the war with Keves. I don't know why he did it. Tried asking him and he flat out refused to give a reason why. Yeah, that way I don't have to come back here. In fact, why don't I go ahead and go back up so I can talk to that one guy that's up there. Yeah, I think I might do that. I figured as long as I get rid of this little quest thing, then I don't have to really spend an entire episode doing them all again. Jor, you say? Well, he used to be in Intel. He was my subordinate. One day, the guy destroyed some intel showing that Keves was making camp somewhere. If our forces had seen that intel, they would have ambushed that camp and won a crucial victory. But without that intel, we had no chance. There were few casualties, but I'm still at a loss as to why he didn't share the intel.
Interesting.
Yeah, his is an interesting one. Let's go ahead and deal with this.
We could do with some food. Where should I start?
Okay, let's just do Zura's first. So, from everything we've heard about Zura, you'd almost think she grew up feral or something. It's hard to consider blowing up supplies as anything but military discipline violation, but not that much certain. True, but something really doesn't add up here. Yeah, like if I were planning an insurrection, I sure wouldn't start it by blowing up some random supplies. You're right, Uni. What would be the point in that? I guess the key here is to find out what her reason was for blowing up that container. I just thought of something. Like, isn't it a little odd the council didn't sentence her to death right away? Good point. Usually in this situation, the offender would get executed to send a warning to the rest of the colony. Perhaps the council saw some sort of value in keeping Zara alive. If we present the concrete theory as to why she got locked up and not executed, that could help our case a lot. And what do we do when we find out after she's freed that she's an utter maniac? Fight her, I guess. Figure that. Guess we should go see her then. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to her.
Ugh, let's be off.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and do all these before the end of the episode. It might extend the length of the video, but I don't mind. You finally ready now? Haven't been waiting long enough. Before we fight, there's something I want to confirm with you, specifically the reason you blew up that container. What's it to you? Sound like I can make those supplies magically come back. True. Oh yeah, true, but to blow up a container for no reason, you'd have to be out of your mind, which you don't seem to be. Funny you mentioned that because I was out of my mind when I blew up the container. It's kind of a good argument, actually. Or perhaps you noticed that the container had been booby-trapped. You don't have to be out of your mind to sacrifice supplies in the name of protecting your comrades. Although, I wouldn't call it a flawless plan. I can't see why it would be egregious enough to violate military discipline. If one knew that a container did have something lethal in it, then blowing it up would be perfectly justifiable. Lethal? What do you mean lethal? It could have been something explosive or poisonous. You didn't know that. You didn't know what was inside, but you had a feeling, didn't you? It's odd to think airdrop supplies could have... Oh, you know what? I think that's what it is. I'm gonna let them finish this out because I think I know what it is. Okay. It's odd to think airdrop supplies could have had something like that in them, unless the console had something to do with it. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Indeed, it's not impossible to see why the console could have taught up something fiendish like that. And since blowing up seemingly good supplies is a big no-no, that gave the console the perfect pretext to lock you up. Cool theory, but the last time I checked, theories don't count as hard evidence. Indeed. All we've got is reasoning that paints you in a favorable light. The simplest, most straightforward reason would be that you were out of your mind at the time. I'll give you this though. I had fun listening to your theory. Your reasoning skills aren't too bad either. So here's what really happened. It's true that I blew up the container. You serious? And like you said, Four Eyes, that container was indeed booby trapped. You knew something was up well before the incident, didn't you? Yeah, right after Toma had been locked up, we were long-term friends and I was livid about his arrest. I just couldn't let it slide. I was looking into it. I began to pick up that the console was hiding something in a container. So, when he went along with the salvage corps to procure it, I blew it up hoping to use it against the mutter himself. Yikes. Okay, I'll take it back. Maybe she is loopy. So she tried to attack the console, basically. The console must have caught on that I was sniffing around, and that's why he rigged the container. Would have been happy dying alongside him to protect my mates, but it didn't go to plan, so I ended up in here. The slammer instead. It was there I had a hunch that our enemy wasn't Keves, though I guess I don't need to call it a hunch anymore. I've long wondered what people like you guys were like. Guys who would have fought consoles. Oh no, this is I want to know what real strength looks like type of scenario, isn't it? For the love of Sparks. Yeah, let me go ahead and tell her. We'll go explain your story to Suna from security. Just hold on for a bit. Huh. If you're gonna fight anyone, be quick about it. I'd rather not have my life in danger any longer than necessary. We just got done talking to Zera for her side of the story. We might just have a case for freeing her from prison. Wait, seriously? We can let her go? Considering she faced up to a great enemy all by herself, we think you'll see why she deserves to be free. Great? As a size? You're saying she can go toe-to-toe with Levnis or something? We don't mean that kind of great. But like, she loves blowing stuff up, right? What if she decides to blow up the castle? It doesn't bear thinking about. Look, she had her reasons why she did what she did. Let us explain. Yeah, gonna explain, alright. That's a whole lot to take in, I won't lie. But I mean, Seeker's trust you guys. And in either case, Seeker was the one who left it up to my discretion. And according to my discretion, if you guys think she isn't guilty, then she sure ain't guilty to me. Thank you so much. Man, it's crazy to think that I'm actually out of prison now. Now, seeing as I was kind enough to free you, promise me you won't go around blowing stuff up. You got that? Of course. Don't worry about it. I don't just blow stuff up for no reason, you know? Oh, really now? Seriously, don't go doing anything too outrageous, okay? I know. I owe you guys big time after all. Now it's time to clear up this last one, I guess.
Let's make the most of our break, guys.
Alright, time to figure out this last one, because I have a feeling it's going to be another one of those situations where like they didn't actually do what they did, or they did something similar but not exactly. So the story goes that Jor destroyed Keves intel and therefore caused damage to Agnes's position. The mystery here is, why did he destroy the intel that had crucial information on the enemy camp's whereabouts? What he did went far beyond a violation of military discipline. He could have easily been sentenced to death for it. Tell me about it. Soldiers are always getting killed by enemies they don't see coming. That kind of intel is worth its weight in gold. Which brings up an important question. Why is Jor still alive? I think we might need to ask Guy himself about what the true nature of that intel was. That'll be quicker for sure. Yeah, let's go and ask him. I do still kind of wonder why they weren't just executed.
Time to go, guys.
Because there literally is no reason for them to still be alive. They overstepped their boundaries when it comes to the consoles. They fundamentally do not have a reason to still be alive. But they are. It's kind of strange. But I'm assuming there was just like, it's just the consoles kind of screwing with them, so who knows. Oh, up for a fight then. Not quite. We have some things we'd like to ask first. You managed to get your hands on Keves intel and you didn't share it with Agnus. Why? Getting straight to the point again, I see. Surely squashing intel about Keves would have been in your best interest. Alright, sit back, relax, and let Jor tell you a story. Not like I've got much else better to do anyway. After I investigated Keves intel that fell into my hands, I discovered that it was a fake intel created by our console. What? Seems like they weren't too happy about us getting more and more powerful. They were trying to crush us. Yeah, that's another thing that I mentioned earlier, actually, that, you know, they always tend to do things that is sort of like a control barrier to prevent all these groups from getting way too strong, way too everything. So that also kind of plays into it then. Anyway, I don't know what was going on through their head. It don't even begin to make sense. Maybe they just thought that screwing us was an easy way to fill the Kevesi flame clock. We're the ones who made the console so powerful, and that's how they decided to treat us? Boils my blood, it does. That's why I destroyed that intel, so my friends could withdraw from that pointless battle and limit the casualties. Did you talk about this to anyone? Absolutely. No way I'd have talked to my friends about it, otherwise the console would have done them in. Thankfully, that mutter can't hurt us anymore. Talking about it now has lifted a weight off my shoulders, it has. And I've got zero regrets as well. Gotta meet Toma and Zara here, after all. They're class. At least now you don't have to bear the burden on your own anymore. She's right. You're not living under that console's eye anymore, so cheer up, mate. If I ever do get out of here, I guess I might be worth talking about what's on my mind a bit more often. Yeah, they're all this is one big misunderstanding. Not surprisingly caused by the consoles. We'll go explain your story to Suna from security. We won't be long. What's up? Do you need something? We've heard Jodor's full story. I keep saying Jor's. I don't know why. Just full story. What's this about? Don't mind Grover. He's here on other businesses. He fades into background pretty easily. Hey, I just have a soothing presence. Anyway, here's what happened. Oh yeah, and he has to see it. He has to hear this shit too. He should be able to hear it. He should definitely want to hear this. This is really hard to credit. He was going up against the console? What does this all mean? That he didn't do anything wrong after all? What he did was undoubtedly a violation of military discipline. So then, if what they're telling us is true, then Jodor knowingly went against military discipline in order to save Agnian lives. And then went into jail without ever telling us why he really did what he did. Well then, we've got no reason to keep him locked up here, alright? He's a capable guy, I'll give you that, or should I say, him being too capable was what got him into that mess. I'm just as adverse to trouble as the next person. But what do you think? Okay. I think we can let Jodor go. I'll take responsibility for anything that happens. Well, that'll certainly make my life easier. I know that much. But if he tries anything funny, I'll throw him back in prison, then throw away the key. I'm sure it won't have to come to that. Whoa, didn't think you'd be here too. Huh. Oh, don't get your knickers in a twist. I won't do nothing bad, I promise. Especially not after you guys got me out of the slammer. All we did was listen to your story, nothing special about it. That is absolutely true.
I see some relations have changed.
Guess we gotta talk to Suna now. She doesn't have a job to do now. Say, you really think it's the right choice letting them walk? I don't foresee any particular problems. They'll be working for the good of the castle now, right? Tch, I really wanted to fight you guys, but if it means I get to leave this place, then I guess I'll settle. Same here. Anything's better than rotting in jail. Right. Can't say I'm really digging the jail vibe too much. Say, are you really sure? I don't want this coming back on me, okay? If they start going nuts, we'll handle it. Relax. Seeker did leave it to your discretion. If anything, the responsibility is his. Hey, that's a good point. They were in my custody, but Seeker's the one in charge. Well, in that case, why don't we make him his bodyguards or something? That's not a bad plan, Actually, yeah, that's not a bad plan. It's not a bad plan at all. It would perform well in a personal security detail for someone of his position. Right, you've heard him. Get out of here and don't darken my my doorstep again. That's a weight off my chest. Straight into Seekers in it. Alright friends, time to get to work. Nice. Champions ring.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
Wow, looks like that's gonna be it for today. This was a pretty long episode, but a good chunk of it was doing the thing with the jail, with the inmates. Yeah, I think a lot of this is probably gonna end up getting trimmed down quite significantly. Only because I think I've mentioned this before, I do like to like these videos at the very least somewhat around the 1 hour mark. If they get a little bit longer, then that's fine. But I don't want them to be too long, and this is gonna be one of those long ones, understandably. But yeah, that was pretty cool, having to deal with the inmates that did technically violate rules and do something wrong, but they did it for good reason. And that's a pretty interesting way to look at it. Not just looking at this the way that way, and it's an interesting way to look at things because that's basically this entire game. A lot of characters are doing incredibly horrible things such as fighting and killing, but they're doing it for very specific reasons. And even on top of that, those particular reasons are kind of skewed because they're done for the wrong reasons.
I should write this
In
all
any
down.
case, we're gonna leave it here. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. That might end up, if I can find the hero quest for Riku Manana, I can probably do that one, but I'm not entirely sure where that's at. So look around somewhere. Well, speaking of Nopon, I mean, I don't even know where the main caravan for the Nopon are anyway. They're on the map, the big map, but I don't know where that's at. But yeah, we're gonna leave it here and pick it up in the next episode. So with that said, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell if you want some more, and see you in the next video. Later.